All right, here we are again. Hope things are going well with geometry. Just remember, if you guys have questions, please don't hesitate to email. We can possibly talk on Google Meets or just through email if you guys have questions. Today, we're going to split this PowerPoint into two assignments. The first one is going to be section 10-2B, and that is going to be arc length of sectors. Okay, so that's what we're up to today. Okay, so remember last time we identified all these things found, the angles. Now we're actually going to find the length of the arc. Okay, so we were doing the degrees. Now we're actually going to find the real length. Okay, so the arc length, as you guys see here, is just the distance between the endpoints along an arc measured in linear units. So measured in centimeters, meters, inches. Okay. This is very important down here. Since an arc is a portion of a circle, its length is a fraction of the circumference. So basically we're going to measure the circumference and take a fraction of that, or a percentage, and find the arc length. So here we go. Also, make sure you guys have your calculators for this. Okay. Here's how we're going to set it up. We're going to set it up as an equation like this. Okay. Or we can use this. Okay. And we can cross multiply. L is length, 2 pi r. I'll zoom in there. That 2 pi r right here, that's your circumference. And then we have x, which is what we're going to call, we're actually going to call this angle, okay, over 360. All right, so let's try some of these. I'm actually going to write the equation on here. Okay, so we're finding the length of AB. Sorry, AB somehow got deleted out of here when I transferred it. We're going to find this length right here. Okay, so we have our equation. We have the length, which is L, over 2 pi r equals the angle, I'm just going to put A, over 360. So basically with these problems, we're going to fill in two of the letters and we're going to use algebra to solve. Okay, length, I don't know. Okay, 2 pi, do I know the radius? Radius is right over here, 3 centimeters. I'll put that in parentheses. Equals the angle, do I know the angle? I do. 45 over 360. Now, I am going to cross multiply like you guys have done all year. I'm going to get 360 times L equals 45 times 2 pi 3. So in your calculator right now, if you type in, what I would do first is I would type in 45 times 2 times 3. What you're going to do is you're going to get 270 times pi. I'm going to divide both sides by 360. I'm I'm running out of space. Over here, I'm going to put L equals. So in your calculator, type in 270 times pi. And I'm getting my calculator here. Hopefully you guys are calculating at the same time. Times pi divided by 360 equals. And we're going to round it to the nearest hundredth. And I got the length to equal 2.36. Okay, so basically we're setting up this equation up here. We're cross multiplying, and then we're doing algebra. I think you guys can do this. You just got to make sure you enter in the equation right. All right, let's try it again. Okay. I'm going to write the equation in the middle here. L over 360 equals angle over, oops, made a mistake, over 2 pi r equals a over 360. Okay, I'm trying to find the length of AB in each of these. So I don't know the length. 2 pi, and this is where it gets tricky. What's the radius? Well, the diameter is 14. So the radius of half is that. So the radius is 7. So 2 pi times 7 equals the angle 80 over 360. So I'm going to cross multiply now. So I get 360L equals 80 times 2 pi 7. Multiply all those out, and we get, I'm going to have to use my calculator. I hope you guys are doing this along with me and not just waiting for me to do it. Equals 1,120 pi. And then we're going to divide both sides by 360 equals, now I got to type it in my calculator, times pi divided by 360 equals 9.77. Okay, I'm going to erase it because you guys can go back and solve these or rewind this video if you need to. I'm going to erase my work, and now I'm going to do the other problem. Okay, so we have length. We're trying to find length again. Length equals 2 times pi. Now we have the radius. It's 8 right there. 2 pi 8 equals 120 over 360. Once again, I cross multiply. So I get 360 L equals 120 times 2 pi 8. 120 times 2 times 8 is 1,920 pi equals 360L. Divide both sides by 360. I'm going to write my answer on the other side here. 1920 times pi divided by 360 equals 16.76. Okay, like I said, you guys can always rewind these and go back if you missed something and you want to watch it again. Watch it as many times as you want. All right, here we go. Now it says find the measure of the angle. Okay, so check this out. Same equation, length over 2 pi r equals the angle over 360. Okay, now it says find the angle. Find the measure of the angle. Am I given the length? This is L, and this is R. So I have 14.66 divided by 2 times pi times 6 equals A over 360. Cross multiply. So now I have 2 pi times 6 equals, now I got to do my calculator, 360 times 14.66 equals forgot my A over here, don't forget your A, 5277.6. Okay, I'm going to divide both sides by, this is really 12 pi. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to erase the 2, erase the 6, and I am going to write 12 pi here, not to confuse you. Okay? Because 2 times pi times 6 is 12 pi. So I'm going to divide both sides by 12 pi. And when I do that, hold on, having some calculator issues. Maybe you guys can get the answer before me. And if you do, that would actually be great, because then you can check your answer. Check my answer. I got 139.99. You could round it up to 140 if you wanted to. It's actually going to be, I'm going to erase. It's actually 140 degrees, we'll call it. And now that I'm looking at that, that doesn't seem quite right. So I'm going to type it in my calculator again. And, nope, I still got it, 140 degrees. Just that angle doesn't quite look like it. Okay, let's move on here. Okay, last example here, and then we're done with notes. For today, length over 2 pi r equals angle over 360. We have r and we have L. So let's plug them in. 15.92 divided by 2 pi times 12 equals the angle over 360. Okay, the picture doesn't really show what the angle is going to be. Like right now, this is an acute angle less than 90, but we're just going to go based off the formula. So we're going to cross multiply. Okay, and when I cross multiply, 2 times 12 is 24. So I'm going to go 24 pi equals 360 times 15.92 equals 5731.2. Forgot my A here again. Sorry, guys. Divide both sides by 24 pi. Divided by 24 pi. And you should get 76.01 degrees. 76. If you guys put 76 degrees, that